Guys, welcome back. We are going to do a first impressions of this thing. Have you guys come across this at the drugstore? I picked this up in Superdrug. This is the L'Oreal Paris Tinted Balm infused with hyaluronic acid. And I don't know, I feel like the drugstore's been doing a lot of releases recently, which I'm not hearing as many people talk about online, which is interesting. I don't know if this was released in like UK and Europe before it was released in America or something, and that's why we're not hearing so much conversation behind it. But I don't know, I feel like the drugstore brands have been doing like the low-key releases recently. And anyway, let's dig in. I want to put this on my face, I want to apply it, I want to do a first impressions and see how I find this. So there isn't really much information about this thing. It just says it's a tinted balm infused with hyaluronic acid. I do know that it's meant to be really good for dry skin and mature skin. I am a dry skin girl, so I'm definitely the perfect candidate for this. I picked up the shade 5 medium. I did swatch this out before I picked it up, but you can just sometimes never tell with shade matches, even though you shade match yourself in real life. Oh, so apparently comes with a mirror and also a cushion puff. To be fair, that puff does actually feel very nice. Do you think I should apply with the puff on one side and then with brush on one side? It looks like one of those puffs that you get with the cushion foundation. It does say that this was made in Italy, so that gives me a lot of hope. Let's use this little puff thing first. So that's what it looks like in the I'm hoping that this is going to match my tan shade. There aren't many shades of this. I think they've only released 12 shades, which is a bit of a disappointment. I don't know if it's meant to be one of those things that doesn't have as much coverage, so it's kind of sheer. So yes, I did moisturize. Oh, I'm thinking this is a bit fair. It doesn't look this fair in the component. Maybe I've just tanned a lot since. Oh my days, the pan just completely popped out. I'm gonna have to be a bit careful. It's looking a little ashy. I really like the puff though, very flexible. I'm only applying this on top of moisturized skin. I haven't got any primer on underneath, and that's just exactly how I like to apply foundations and like complexion products for the first time. I don't like using primers and stuff initially because I just think that it could obviously alter the finish of the product. So I always like doing first impressions with just clean moisturized base. I'm not sure about the shade, but I feel like I might have to go for the shade up because it's looking a little ashy. I do feel like it matches my neck though, and I'm actually going to just apply this under the eyes. I'm getting a lot of these tinted balm type products now. Can you guys see? It does kind of match my neck, but I think my face skin has turned so much since I got this that it's looking a bit ashy on my face skin. Oh, look healthy. Let me just see if I can build up the coverage a bit more in some places, like around my nose. I like how flexible this thing is because I can really press around my nose, under the eyes. So I do really like this. I might end up going back in and getting a shade that matches me. Although, do I feel like it's oxidizing a bit? Yeah, I think it's oxidizing a bit. Or I might just keep this aside for when winter rolls around, because the finish and balminess of this I think would be really good for when you're a bit drier during the winter. I didn't think I would say this, but I actually really like the puff. Right, okay, I look a little crazy right now, but I do think it's oxidizing slightly because it's not looking as stark as when I initially applied it. This is my skin without, just moisturizer, SPF, and this is my skin with. Definitely matches my neck better. And in real life, it's not looking too bad. But if I come a little close up, this is the finish. It's very balmy, moisturizing. It actually has more coverage than I imagined. Like, this is a good medium coverage. It's picking up on a little bit of a dry patch. Now, I don't know how I randomly got here, so it's not looking so great on top of that dry patch. Yeah, I mean, nothing really has been looking great there. So, I mean, I guess if you've got like really badly dry skin, maybe this isn't a good option unless it like settles in a bit. I'm gonna do my left side with a brush. I'm going to pick up the product directly on the brush. I think I might be able to get more coverage. Yeah, guys, can you see? That is freshly applied. Doesn't it look very like pale? And then that is like after a few moments of it settling in. So I definitely think it's oxidizing. I think you might be able to tell a little better directly on my forehead. So let me apply this on my forehead. Can you guys see? Yeah. It's oxidizing. So it does oxidize, which kind of helps the shade match. got really good coverage though. I wasn't expecting this level of coverage. I actually really like also the way it's applying with the brush, and it's really easy because it's just a compact like this. I'm going to build up the coverage here in this area and also under my eyes, and just kind of try and get into this crevice a little bit. There we go. Do think it's a bit quicker to apply it with a brush, to be honest, than the little compact thing. But the finish with the compact is actually really smooth looking. Oh yeah, that is definitely oxidizing. I hope you guys can see that. Can you see? I think I'm getting a bit fuller coverage with the brush on this side. Okay, so I've got brush on this side, a little puff on this side. What do you guys think? I'm actually really impressed with the coverage on this, because it said it is a tinted balm. I wasn't actually expecting this much coverage, but this is like a good medium level coverage. Yeah, it's pretty like a good going medium. It's definitely covering like any like dark spots that I had, and it is looking a little greasy, a little oily, but I think that's the whole point, that if you've got dry skin, it's supposed to be pretty good for that. Like I said, it did pick up on this like dry patch here that I have. But like I said, nothing has been really looking good on that area recently. And I think it's because I've been using a bit of retinol, a new retinol. So it could be that. Well, I am going to actually just finish my base. I'm going to add a little bit of powder, a little bit of blush, bronzer, and I'll be right back to show you my completed look and give you my final thoughts on my first impression of this. Right guys, here is the finished up look with this L'Oreal Tinted Balm Compact in the shade 5 Medium. I'm actually really happy with the shade that I ended up picking up, because I do feel like it actually oxidized a bit, and now it's basically matching my skin tone pretty well. So that's something to keep in mind. If you are going for this, maybe go for the lighter shade out of the two that might work well for you. There's only 12 shades of this, so the shade range is a bit shambolic, and I thought the reasoning behind it was because it's a tinted balm, meaning it's going to be a sheerer coverage, which might be more flexible for various skin tones, but actually this has coverage. So the shade does matter. So the fact that there's only 12 shades is a little bit shambolic. L'Oreal, what are you doing? You're known for a lot better things, and you're known for a lot better shade ranges in some of your other complexion products. So I don't know why you've only got 12 shades of this. Maybe they just rolled it out to see what the response is like, and then they might be releasing more shades. Fingers crossed. But if you are thinking of picking this up, I would definitely go into store and try out the shades and try and figure out, but I'd try and skew to the lighter shade out of the two that might match you the closest, purely because it does apparently oxidize. So it definitely does match my neck as well. So I'm hoping I should be able to use this a little bit more, maybe when I've lost my tan as well. So anyways, this is what we're looking like. On a first impressions note, I have to say this is stunning. It's a very flexible complexion product. It feels very lightweight actually. It doesn't feel like there's much on my skin at all. I basically just set my T-zone with a bit of pressed powder, apply some bronzer and blush, and this is what we're working with. And I have to say, of course, a wear test is going to be very important for me to figure out more about how this wears. But I'm very hopeful because this looks absolutely stunning. And the reason why I only powdered down my T-zone is because I wanted to leave this beautiful glow that it is giving. So on a first impressions note, this is a win, a thumbs up from me. However, a wear test is going to give me more information. So hopefully it wears well. And yes, I will catch you guys in my next one. Keep your eyes peeled. I'll definitely be giving you an update on what I think of this and how it wears. And I've not got enough time to actually carry out a wear test today, but I was really excited to basically get this on my face. I'm going to try and see if I can hot glue gun the compact back down, because the compact is coming out and I don't know how that happened. So L'Oreal, make sure the compact's really nicely secure in there, and expand the shade range, please, because this definitely has good medium coverage. Oh, also, I want to say, not such a useless thing. So thank you for including this little flexible puff in there. It's actually a pretty nice puff. So I hope you guys found this useful. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.